Hello. Hi, welcome in. Did you make an appointment with us today? You did? Wonderful. Can I go in and get your first and last name? Okay. And that's an A at the end? Okay. And then, do you have a phone number or an email? Okay. All right. Okay, wonderful. I see that you have an appointment today with us at 1:30. It seems like you're a little early, but that's even better. Yeah, we actually had an appointment at 1, but it was a no-show, so we have all the time until 2 o'clock. Yeah, of course. All right, let me go ahead and just take a look at what you wanted to take a look at today. All right, okay, so it looks like you wanted to come here for a makeup consultation. Is that correct? Yeah. And I'm guessing, is this for like an event or just because? It's for an event, yeah. A lot of times people come right before an event, especially when they need to wear their best colors. They come in to kind of get a little bit of a color/style analysis so that we can better help what kind of makeup look you're going to go for. Yeah. Well, I'm so happy that you're here with us. I'm going to go ahead and just get a few more information before we go ahead and get started. May I ask what kind of event you are going for? Okay. All right. And then, by any chance, did you bring any of your makeup items? Sometimes some of our clients like to bring their makeup pouches so we can kind of dissect essentially what kind of products you already have and what you can implement and change for depending on what outfit you're going to be wearing. You brought some stuff? Okay, wonderful. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that in a few minutes. I'm just gonna note that this is a promotion that we're having right now. So you're gonna get $20 off. Yeah, the final purchase. So I'll let you know what the total is. It's $20 off our 30-minute session. So it'll literally come out to about $10 for the session. Yeah, of course. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down real quick. And I have a few outfits I want to go through with you. And again, feel free to grab some coffee or tea or water. There's some beverages in the back there if you're interested. And we can get started right away, or you can take a little break and then we can start right away. Up to you. Okay, you want to get started right away? All right, so we're going to take a look at this magazine that we have here. This is an Altered State magazine, but besides that, these have a lot of the spring colors. So I know you mentioned in your survey that you filled out, you are going to be wearing a lot of spring pastel colors. So I thought this would be the perfect magazine for us to take a look at today and find out what kind of outfits that you're thinking of. This can also be good for outfit inspo, and also just so you can take a look at what type of makeup looks you're going to be going for. Okay. Alright, so we can take a look at our first outfit actually in front of our front page. Both these ladies here are wearing nice, beautiful, kind of a medium pink color dress. It flows very well. So a lot of times if you're going for something a little bit more feminine, something kind of like a little bit of a light makeup with emphasizing the cheeks and the lips are usually the best setting, or at least the kind of look for an outfit like this. Of course, doesn't mean that you can't wear a bold lip. You can still wear a bold lip, but we do want to balance our features out. So I will be showing you some different items and some good colors that I feel like would go really well with this. So let's just start off with this one. We are going to go for a little bit of a pink shade. There's a lot of different kinds of pink shades too. So I want to talk a little bit more about cool tones, warm tones, and also neutral tones. So cool tones are typically a little bit more on the bluish hue, meaning that it suits better for people who have a cooler skin tone. And typically cooler skin tones, meaning that a lot of shadows that are on the cooler side, like grays or taupes that are leaning a little bit more on the lighter brown color, would fit more for cooler tone skin tones. Now, typically for someone who has warmer skin tones, those are people who would look better in gold jewelry. They'll look better with kind of an orange hue to their red lip, a little bit more of those warmer oranges, yellows, deep reds will look amazing with their skin tone. Yeah. So a lot of them, it really depends on what your skin tone is. And based on what I'm looking at, just right off the bat, since you're wearing some gold jewelry right now, looks like you would look better with warmer skin tones. Is that correct? Yeah. So this kind of outfit, again, would look really well with cooler and warmer skin tones. So an outfit like this, something kind of like a nice pink or a nice peach color would actually look really great. So these are two colors that I could recommend. Right here you can see how the pink and the peach color fits so well with both these colors, right? So a lip color like this will look fabulous with especially an outfit like this. If you're wanting something a little bit more glossy, I would highly recommend a baby pink color. But there are differences with baby pink as well. You want to go with something that's a little bit more on the warmer side of pink, so just that it fits and is a little bit more cohesive with the entire outfit. Yeah. So let's take a look at some of our other outfits as well that would fit better for cool skin tones. Let's see. So right here, this is a wonderful depiction of a warmer skin tone right here. So you can see the gold jewelry on this model. So she emphasized it with this very punchy green color, right? And you can see that again here in this outfit. It has that beautiful green punchy color, but with everything in the background and her kind of accessories like gold heels, a beige color fedora, all of it fits really well together, right? So something like this would be a perfect outfit and a great opportunity to wear a bold orange lip. Again, as I was talking about when it comes to balance, we want to balance out our facial symmetry, meaning that if we have a lot on our eyes, we might want to tone down our lips. If we have a lot on our lips, we want to tone down a little bit more on our eyes. Yeah, so it just kind of gives the eye of an illusion of a more of a balanced face. So in her look right here, you can see she's wearing little to no, maybe just minimal eye makeup with just a little bit of brown mascara. And she's also kept it quite neutral by probably adding just a very light peach sheen of a color. But I can tell if you look closely, her cheeks are a little bit more emphasized. So in this kind of makeup look, she wanted to emphasize those orange cheeks and let that kind of glow from within look. So I can show you what a good example for this kind of makeup look would be. And it would be something like this. I'd say for blush, a nice peachy color would go excellent with this kind of look. And this peachy color has a little bit more on the orange hue. And it's kind of in that color coral. I know a few years ago coral was really in, and coral is making its comeback. So with this kind of makeup look, a coral color would look excellent. And typically if you are emphasizing on your cheeks, of course, there's a pro tip where if you want to use this as a lip shade, I get a little bit of a spatula and just break a couple pieces off, mix it with the clear gloss, and you have a new lip color. You can do something like that, or you can find something that's a little bit more natural in that orangey shade, like this one. This one is by Peri Para. It's the persimmon color. So it has that nice deep burnt orange. And it looks very natural on the lips as well. I can let you swatch a little bit, so just so you have a easier understanding of what that would look like. So this is what the lip shade looks like. And you can tell kind of has that brownish orange shade, right? So it will not look too drastic on your lips when you put it on. Okay, let's take a look at some of our other looks here. Ooh, I love this one. I love this one because it kind of just emphasizes really her outfit and her flair. So this one is a bold, punchy red color, right? Love the outfit here. Love how cohesive it is. And it came out with those brown cowboy boots, right? You can see. So in this outfit, you can see that she has a warm toned skin. And she's emphasizing by wearing a little bit of a warmer red color, right? So that warmer red color is a little bit more on the orange hue, which will help emphasize her kind of bronzy skin tone. And to tie it off, to kind of make sure the dress still stands out, she's wearing a neutral brown cowboy boots. So it kind of really ties in that country flair look, right? So I love the way she kind of added those accessories, and all of her other small accessories are just all within the gold scheme. If you look in this picture, you can also see that she wore a tiny white scarf. Instead of like a gold necklace, I like that it kind of gives a little bit of a natural flair rather than putting a gold bold necklace, since it seems like this would be a perfect outfit for the fair, and a nice little bow tie would look better. So that's a great outfit right there. And for this kind of outfit, again, we're focusing on a little bit the warmer reds, right? So I'll give you a perfect example of what a good warmer red would look like. We have this color by Romant. That would be a wonderful neutral to perfect red color that will look well with her outfit. This is in the color number 6 Fig, but instead of really more like a fig color, this is a wonderful red color to match with her outfit. So in my opinion, I think something like keeping the eye makeup very minimal to possibly just eyeliner and a little bit of mascara, no eyeshadow, with a bold red lip like this would look wonderful with the overall look. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you as well. This one is definitely a little bit more on the bolder side, but honestly, if you do, blot it out, it will definitely look more natural. So that's what the red shade looks like. And if you do want something a little bit more transfer proof, I would highly recommend something like a tinted red, water or tinted water like this, or possibly another fan favorite is the Bennett tint by Benefit. Both of these are great for any cooler and warmer skin tones, but anytime you need your red color to last, I typically layer this before I put on my red lip. That way, if the red lip wears off, I still have the tint behind. So, great way to just kind of utilize your makeup. And also, at the end of this, I'll make sure to give you a little sample bag so you can take some home with you so you can try them out. Ooh, this is a really beautiful look too. So right now, the season of the color is yellow, typically kind of that buttery, really baby yellow that you'll find. So these are a great example of two young ladies who have kind of that beautiful, warm, but not too warm of a skin tone, So they could work both ways. I would say this lady over here is a little bit more on the warmer tone, and she can kind of lean both, but I think just because of her tan, she might lean a little bit more on the warmer tone as well. So in this kind of outfit, with a nice beautiful sundress, I would typically wear something like a very nice dainty necklace so that it doesn't really distract from the overall appearance of the outfit, right? And nowadays, a lot of these kind of heels or even kitten heels are extremely in for any of these outfits. Yeah. So a lot of times with sundresses, you want to emphasize the dress, keep the, makeup kind of in the warmer side. And actually with this kind of outfit, I would probably wear a little bit more eyeshadow to emphasize the eyes. And let me show you what I mean. This is a great example. And right here, we can actually see in the next picture, our model is wearing some nice deep brown eyeshadow, and she's wearing a very beautiful gloss, most likely outlined her lips as well. So to emphasize the brown in this look, something like this shadow would look wonderful with really all skin tones. So you can see in this shadow, there's a nice light brown, a shimmer, has some dark browns for the crease, and then it has a gold shimmer for the inner corners. So again, would work beautifully with the overall shade. And with a lip color, I would highly recommend something like just outlining your lips so it doesn't emphasize too much. And let's take a look at some of our lip products that we have. I would say something like that would look really well with just a nice clear gloss. So these two are both very sheer. This one is a little bit more on the pinkier red side. This one is the Milani Fruit Fetish in Lychee Nectar. So it kind of has a little bit of that rosy color, as you can see. It's wonderful to just kind of wear over just as by itself or even above a lip liner. If you want something a little bit more punchy and kind of want to make the brown cohesive look, I recommend this Peri Para Ink Lasting Lip Gloss. This is in the color Made It. Kind of reminds me of the Clinique Honey. I think it's Black Honey, I think what it's called. Kind of has that brownish red shade. But when you spread it across your lips, it looks extremely natural. It's not as bold as it might look, but it's perfect for anybody who has deeper skin tones just because of how, that's right there, just because of how nice it emphasizes the kind of warmness in the skin. Alright, so what we're going to do is take a look at your bag and see what you have so far. Alright, let's take a look. Thank you. So it looks like you have a few items here, and I'm just going to take them out and see what I think would look best. And so it seems like you're a really big fan of lip balms. Is that true? Based on what I'm seeing? Okay, so these are some of the products that you have brought with me. Okay, so we have this lip gloss that's perfect for, again, a topper gloss. I have one for myself as well, and I love it. It smells like cake batter, which I really love. But these are really great for kind of topping off over lip liners and, by itself as well. So a lip gloss is a must. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and add in this lip gloss, the one that I just showed you earlier, just so you have another choice of a warmer look in case you want to go for a deeper lip color. So I'll add this into your bag. It also looks like you're a big fan of tinted lip balms, so I actually own some of these myself too. But the fresh lip balms, I'm guessing this is probably your everyday look, right? So something like this and a bold color like this are great to kind of interchange. When do you typically wear these? Do you wear it with makeup or by itself? With makeup? Okay, that's wonderful. And I know a pro tip here is with these deeper colors, since it is such a dark mauve, I would also recommend mixing a little bit with your foundation and patting it on your cheeks. Yeah, because that way it kind of is a two-in-one. Works for your lips and looks for your cheeks as well. So, highly recommend in some colors like this. I would say this is probably a better color for the spring, and this is a little bit better for kind of the colder, winter months. However, just because if it's a cranberry color doesn't mean you can't wear it. I would say if you're wearing something as deep as this, just try to balance it with your eyes. Okay, let's take a look at some of the eyeshadows that you have. Did you bring any eyeshadow by chance? You did? Okay. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow you use, right? Alright, so let's take a look at some of the colors. Okay. Alright, so it seems like you have a little bit of a nice pearly champagne color. You also have a nice kind of a transitional shade. And then lastly, you also have a dark brown. So this is very similar to the one I showed you. I am going to include this in your bag, of course a new one, but I'm going to include this new one in the bag just so you have different choices. The thing about this one, it's kind of nice because it has that in-between transition shade and you can kind of mix around with the colors. But I would say these two colors at the end are quite similar to the ones you have, so you can just kind of interchange with them. Alright, and then last but not least, I want to go ahead and add in some makeup brushes just so you can use them. I highly recommend having 2 separate makeup brushes, and they're going to be for 2 different uses. This one is to just kind of blend everything out. So a nice fluffy makeup brush like this. It's great for eyeshadows. And this one is for the crease. And you can tell just with either way it's pointed a little bit. This one's going to be perfect for the inner corners or to even blend out your eyeliner. So I'll include these 2 makeup pencils, brushes in your bag. And then, is there any questions that you have so far? All set? Okay, all right. Okay, so again, I'm gonna add these into yours. Let me go ahead and get that set up for you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and help you kind of check out real quick. So let me go ahead and put your information in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get you checked out, and I'll help you get on your way. Yeah. All right, will you be paying cash or card? Card, okay. You can go ahead and tap right there. And I'm going to send you some colors and also some other additional makeup products that you might be interested in purchasing, just so all the things that we talked about today you can take home, and you can also purchase some of your own items and some items that we recommend as well. Okay, wonderful. So the transaction went through, and here's the goodie bag just so you can take it home with you. If you have any questions, feel free to call us or email us at any point. Yeah, so nice meeting you. Of course. You take care.